crowd at the Forum here in London. We gate crashed the sound check just a couple of hours before they were due on stage.
A piece of nail on our head, a piece of hair on a human head. They're saying to me, I saw a pale head, I saw a pale head, I saw a pale head.
What's going through your head before you go on stage, before you play in front of like 3,000 people going crazy? What sort of things you think about?
I think about all the love I've got in my heart that I have is bursting to share with all those people out there.
Right. What about for you, Mike?
I'm thinking about where I can fill my stomach first.
Right.
And get it so full that I taste it the rest of the night on stage.
Oh, lovely. Do you have any sort of like rituals or anything like that before you go on stage?
Yeah, it's a little sermon we give each other.
Well, I mean, you have a thing against animal sacrifices in this country, right?
Yeah, we can't really talk about it.
We can't talk about it.
Cows, chickens,
everything.
doves. Yeah.
Right, well, I better hot footage straight after this interview. Now, I mean, let's talk
Have you
about...
ever rammed a cow's hoof up a chicken's bottom?
That's one thing I haven't done.
Well, you know, it brings supernatural powers to you. You can become invisible.
Yeah. You have to put a rubber glove on the cow's foot first, though.
And since your last album, you've lost your long-standing guitarist, Jim Martin. Can you just tell us what happened there?
Oh, boy. Where do we start, Bill?
I don't know. It's a long story.
It really
What about
is.
the beginning?
Well, in the beginning, our drummer said, there's this guy who's a real dick, that he can play guitar, and what about having him in the band? And that's pretty much how it all started. It was all downhill from there.
It was a cumulative thing. It was a little more complicated than one single action or one single riff. It was a deep thing.
There was definitely an air of unhappiness that lasted a few years, you know. I mean, we weren't happy for about 3 years, and we were kind of like slugged on with it. We figured the best thing to do is just make the best out of it, make the best out of it. And, you know, you can only really do that for so long, and you get to this point where, like, you're ready to break, where I can't make the best out of it anymore, something's got to change. And that's what happened, really.
So then Trey came onto the scene, and, you know, he played the guitars on all the new album. So what happened there? I mean, he's gone now as well. What's the story behind that?
Well, in the beginning, I came to these guys and I said, I know this dick who plays guitar. But he's really good. Want to try him? That's how it began.
It's all downhill from there.
Interviewing the Marx Brothers.
I mean, our new guitar player, Dean, hopefully, you know, he'll be a permanent member. You know, that's what we all want to do. It's just that, you know, it's such a pain. Once they're in, then if they have to go out, man, it just
It's
sucks.
like if you've been married once, you don't want to rush into it the second time.
Yeah.
You know? You don't want to go back into that right away. You know? You have to be a little bit wary of it, of course.
So tell us about the new guy, Dean. Where did he come from? What's he brought to the band that maybe he didn't have before?
Charming good looks,
That's what he's
a
in
sense of
charge
mystique. He's a very mysterious guy. He doesn't talk
He is a
much.
mysterious guy.
Yeah. But,
So he's got a lot of enthusiasm, and he's got a lot of, he's a hardworking guy. He's actually a really smart guy. I guess he's a guy where, like, he can have an opinion, and we can take his opinion and actually think about it.
You're married now, I understand, and so's the other Mike in the band as well. How's married life?
fabulous.
Well,
We
now
never
they have
see
their
each other.
own bunk on the back of the bus now.
You do?
Actually, we
the
have
Mike
our
and
own
Mike.
bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The two Mikes.
It's like two
married
couples
guys.
on one bus, you know. We sit around, cook each other food, play cards, bicker, back and forth, vacuum.
Actually, I bet you didn't know this, but Mike and Mike are married. I mean, to each other.
As well as the
They're
band.
both. They're both married members.
The
of
wives
band.
are just a front. That's just what we tell the public.
Wanna take if you can look in the face and hard job for me. Wanna take if you can look in the face of your body. Oh, what it seems that I don't have turn. The roll teeth that I correct and word. But if I'm on our skin, I should have noticed it. I should have noticed it. I noticed it before. Noticed it before. Noticed it before. Noticed it before. Wanna take if you can look in the face of your body. Wanna take if you can look in the face and What a day.